Hello, this is Alvali Alcantara, and I have been part of the second fellowship cohort with SEBI. And I'm here to talk about what this experience has meant for me. It has been such an honor to be able to dig deeper into brain spotting and to get the supports that I have gotten. Prior to this fellowship, I had been trained in Brain Spotting 1, and life got in the way and I wasn't able to practice as much as I wanted to. And so this fellowship helped me to go deeper into it, not just only professionally, but also personally. I think that that's bound to happen when you are doing brain spotting. And in terms of professionally, I work with the Latinx community, primarily women. And so, one of the ways, well, many of the ways that I have been able to help them is by me feeling more confident in doing brain spotting with them and offering it to them and realizing how it was my own, perhaps my own fears or my own beliefs that were holding me back from actually doing more brain spotting with clients. But my clients are so open to it, and we have worked on so many things, including inner child healing, migration experiences, harmful cultural beliefs that have impacted their upbringing and continue to impact them today, childhood experiences, including attachment experiences, and how perhaps their parents' migration stories impacted their attachment, and then reuniting for so many of my clients, they reunited with their parents here, and all of the issues that came up as a result of that, many generational traumas, many other types of traumas that they have experienced, a lot of beliefs about themselves that have impacted them academically, professionally, in all of these spaces where perhaps they have felt that they don't belong or they don't fit in. And so being able to get to the roots of where that started, and why, and also a lot of parentification, a lot of work around being parentified, especially for the women that I work with, the young Latinas that I work with, who some of them are the oldest daughters. And so what that has looked like, how that has shaped their identity. Also adjusting, assimilating to a new culture. It's just been so beautiful to see how digging deeper has helped them to make sense of so many other things in their lives. And yeah, it's just a beautiful experience to witness and to be able to hold space for them in that way, and to just feel the way that they trust the process and they trust me, and then they learn to also trust themselves. And the best part for me is always the follow-up session after we have started brain spotting. It's the ways in which they say, oh my gosh, that stuff was wild, like all of these things came up, and all of these ways in which they continue to heal outside of the session. And then I have also been using brain spotting in my role as a supervisor. I supervise Latina clinicians, and I have been able to explore how their own experiences have impacted their role as therapists, and as they work with their clients, which most of them primarily work with the Latinx community as well, how their own experiences, how their own stories related to everything I named before, right? Because all of us come into this work to be a therapist, and we all come into this work with our own stories and our own stuff that we're bringing into it. And so I have helped my supervisees with exploring how their own experiences were showing up as in their role as therapists, and that has also been such a beautiful experience to hold space in that way, which is how I wish my first supervisor straight out of grad school or my first job would have held space for me. And I see it as a way of decolonizing what these things look like now and bringing it back to that collectivism experience where my clients, but also my supervisees, are like, I'm not above them, right? So that's been beautiful. The consultations have been great because I've been able to learn from others. So the SEBI brain spotting consultations have just been something that I've looked forward to. And yeah, I have been in awe and inspired by all the fellows in this fellowship. And then my own therapy, right? So, like in my own therapy, I'm also doing brain spotting with my therapist. And it's just great because I get to experience what it's like to be the client, and then also what it's like to be the therapist holding the space. And I think all of these experiences have definitely made me a much aware clinician. And personally, the most important parts for me of this entire experience has been the the motivation, the encouragement by everyone that's part of SEBI to trust your intuition, and especially by Brain Spotting by David Grant, to trust your intuition, because I have always been very intuitive led, and for so long it felt like that wasn't the right thing to do in this field, because I named my first supervisor made me feel like that those things were wrong. And so it's just like that encouragement of trusting yourself, being attuned to your clients, picking up on the body language, the facial expressions. It has helped me just trust my intuition and has grounded me even more. So I now look forward to offering brain spotting and doing brain spotting with clients, versus before I felt like I didn't know enough. And that was just that conditioning from feeling like things have to be structured, like structured, manualized treatments. And with this, it just feels so good. Like my sessions feel so much better for me, but most importantly for my clients and my supervisees as well. So, yeah, a lot of beautiful work has happened in the last year of this fellowship. I am so grateful. And I look forward to growing and learning and continuing to be part of SEBI. And it has been such an honor. So thank you for all of your support, all of your encouragement, all of your understanding, and just the ways in which you have helped me grow professionally and personally as well. This brain spotting stuff is life changing. Thank you.